All right, let's go with game 2. Saints starting out. We got David Valdez, Manini, Hammond, Scheller with Diaz in net. Valdez pushes it into the zone. That on the near boards for the puck. Oh, he fanned on clear one. Now David picks it up. And then he grabs it, chips it. David pushes it forward. David takes it away. Then the puck gets bumped off of him. Manini chips it forward. Manini tries to get on it. Puck goes in toward the goalie. They send it out toward the blue line. Saints hold it, send it back in. And now they clear. Puck comes around Diaz. Scheller picks it up back behind the net. Sits it, hits Cadu. Puck comes out. Cadu tries to push it in deep. Puck comes back. Scheller grabs it for the Saints, sends it around Diaz. Cadu picks it up in the corner, sends it back the other way. Scheller just outside of the reach. Puck goes all the way down after it was tipped. Won't be an icing. Wondolowski beats everybody to the puck. Wondolowski still got it. Oh, try to send it down to Cadu. Puck goes into the boards. Puck comes all the way out. Puck goes all the way down. No icing. Zuschel hustling back for the Saints. He puts the player into the boards. Zuschel plays it up to Wondolowski. Wondolowski between the legs of Fells. Fells hits Cadu. Cadu drives in. Shot on. Save. Cadu picks it up in the corner. Centers it. Puck goes into the near boards. Cadu and Fells over there. Puck comes around the net. Bobby tried to get a stick on it. Couldn't get it. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Pitcher settles over to... Now Rattler picks it up. Rattler drives in. Rattler goes past the defense. Rattler's waiting for somebody to go toward the net. Springer jumps on the ice. He pushes it back behind the net. Rattler picks it up there. Rattler looking for somebody. Hits O'Neill. That shot went wide. Springer takes it away back behind the net. Finds Rattler. Shot, goal. Saints go up 1-0. Rattler from Springer. Oh, no goal. Not a goal. Puck comes back to Kenner. Bennett grabs it, sends it to Springer. Springer shot in, blocked. Springer shot in, deflected, goes over. O'Neill gets tripped down. Saints are going to go in a power play. Rattler has it, loses it. Bennett. And there's a whistle. Saints going on a power play. We've got 12:02 on the clock here in the first, still no score. All right, Saints on a power play. Rattler back behind the net. Has it. Plays it out to Kenner. Kenner plays it back down low to Rattler. Rattler to Springer. Springer in front. O'Neill with a good shot. Saved by the Hitman goalie. Rattler gets back on it. Sends it back down low to Springer. Springer shot. Save. On Rattler's shot. Springer to Rattler. Save there. 11:38 on the clock here in the first. 1:36 left on the power play for the Saints. Wondolowski plays it back to Bennett. Bennett cross ice to Kenner. Kenner down to Springer. Springer looking. Springer's, that one got deflected. Rattler comes down, picks it back up. Rattler plays it out to Kenner. Kenner out high, long shot deflected in by O'Neill and a goal. Rattler shot, or Kenner shot in. O'Neill deflects it in. Saints go on top. 1-0. 11:16 to go here in the first. Saints win the draw, send it up. Springer tips it forward. Here comes Rattler in by himself. Rattler shot save. O'Neill got on it. Rattler picks it back up. Now Springer has it. Springer circles. Springer tried to center it to O'Neill. Hittman trying to clear. Schellert holds. Rattler gets back on it. Rattler still controls the puck. Rattler makes a move. Rattler drives in. Rattler fan on one. O'Neill tipped it toward the net. Springer picks it up. Springer couldn't get it off his stick. Hittman are going to clear the zone. Saints pick it up. Springer grabs it. Springer drives in. Springer loses it in the boards. Forward's going for a change. Puck comes out. Hammond settles it for the Saints. Hammond hits David. David drives in. David gets past the defense. David gets bumped off of it. David with a good hit in the boards. Hittman sending around the board. Zuschel holds it in, gets down low. Battle down there for the puck. I can't see. Manini has it. Manini looks. Manini shot, save, no rebound. .9:34 on the clock here in the first. Saints with a 1-0 lead. Switch out a defenseman. Kenner comes off. Pitcher comes on. Got David, Manini, Valdez. Pitcher and Zuschel. Long shot goes wide of the net. Manini picks it up on the far boards. Manini plays it back to Zuschel. He sends it in toward the net. That one gets deflected and out. Hittman drive in. They come through center ice. They lose the puck. David moves it forward. Zuschel settles. Zuschel sends it over to Pitcher. Pitcher takes it back, trying to set things up. Pitcher behind the net, makes a move, gets past the player, plays it up to Manini. Manini sauces it. David taps it. Puck comes back to center ice. Good play there by Zuschel. Zuschel turns, sends it over to Pitcher. Pitcher to Valdez. Valdez trying to hit David. David trying to get it. Hittman hold it in the zone. Pitcher gets it back. Pitcher keeps it in, sends it deep. Cadew's going to grab it in the near corner, centers it. Nobody home for the Saints. Hittman clear. Bennett back on the fence. Good play there by Bennett. Kelsey settles it for the Saints. Cadew grabs it. Cadew tries to get it out on the ice. There's a whistle. Cadew going to the box. I didn't see what happened. Looked like he just put a glove on somebody and they fell, but Cadew goes to the box for a trip. Saints are going to be shorthanded. 8:09 to go here in the first. Leading 1-0. Fells, Wondolowski, Kenner, and Bennett out here to kill off this penalty. All right, penalty's up on the board. Comes out to the blue line. Long shot goes wide of the net. Battle in the corner for the puck. They hold it in, shot in, save Diaz. Puck bounces up, comes back out toward the blue line. They can't hold it. Puck into the neutral zone. Hittman trying to gather things and reset. Long shot, Diaz save. Puck goes over to the far corner. Wondolowski putting pressure on them. They skated in. Good shot, glove down, no rebound. Good save by Emerson Diaz. 7:26 on the clock. First, 1:17 left on the PK for the Saints, who lead Hittman 1-0. Rattler to take the draw. Got O'Neill, Schellert, and Hammond with him. Puck comes in front of Diaz. Rattler picks it up on the near board, sends it out, gets it to O'Neill. O'Neill driving in. O'Neill down into the corner. Saints killing time on the PK. Good job there by the Saints, killing some time. O'Neill staying hard on the puck. Puck comes into the neutral zone. Rattler back on him. All sides by 11 feet. There's the whistle. 6:58 on the clock. 49 left on the PK. Don't know why we're playing 2 minutes on the penalties in this game. A minute 30 in the first, but whatever. Saints keep it the same. Rattler, O'Neill, Schellert, and Hammond. O'Neill plays it back to Schellert. Schellert gets it up to Rattler. Rattler with a nifty move, makes it around, drives in. Michael still has it. Rattler shot goal. Rattler shorty. 2-0 Saints lead. Schellert to Rattler. Rattler to the back of the net. Saints lead by 2. 34 left on the Caddo penalty. Saints keep it the same on the PK. Rattler wins the draw back to Schellert. Schellert hits just outside of O'Neill's reach. They say it was tipped. Rattler beats the Hittman to the puck. Bangs it off the boards. Long shot deflected down. They almost scored on their own net on the deflection. Rattler plays it back. Hammond with another high shot. Rattler picks it up on the boards. He's down in the corner. He gets tripped down. Nobody with a hand raise. Rattler plays it back to Schellert. Schellert sends it back deep. O'Neill picks it up behind the net. Plays it off to Rattler. Rattler fanned on it. Puck went underneath the stick. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Good hit there by Springer. Puck comes into O'Neill. O'Neill shot on. Save. Puck goes to the corner. Springer picks it up behind the net. Springer has it. Plays it back to Hammond. Hammond flings it over to Schellert. Brantley sends it in. Tip, save, no rebound. 5:45 on the clock here in the first. It says 1-0 on the board, but it's really 2-0. Saints lead. Saints bring 5 new skaters on the ice. We've got, it's like a little line change. David wins the draw. Manini takes it all the way back, looking for some space. Puck comes in, all sides, neutral zone face-off coming. David, Springer, Manini, Zuschel, and Pitcher. Saints control the draw. Zuschel has it. Zuschel's got room. He sends it in. Still carrying the puck. Sends one that's played with a high stick. Springer gloves it down. Tried to get a shot off. Couldn't. Puck's loose. Hittman pick it up. Springer comes down, gets it back. Manini has it back behind the net. David's in front of the net. Plays it back to Pitcher. Pitcher, long shot, glove down, no rebound. Face-off will come just to the right of the Hittman goalie with the Saints leading 2-0. Not sure who's running the clock. Got Robert Valdez over there doing something, but the score's wrong because we have 2. And it's not on the board. Manini plays it back to Zuschel. Zuschel, the pitcher. Pitcher tips it forward. Puck goes into the zone. David beats him to the puck. Puck bounces up in the air. Springer comes over to help. Springer has it. Springer plays it back down to David. David back to Springer. Springer picks it up, plays it back to Pitcher. Pitcher fires it over to Zuschel. Zuschel tried to get it to Springer, couldn't. Now Manini grabs it. Manini with good hands plays it down to Springer. Springer kicks it to himself, loses the puck. Puck comes around the Hitman net. Then they stop, send it back. Manini shields them off. Springer picks it up. Puck comes out of the zone. Diaz plays it over to Zuschel. Zuschel turns. Battle in the corner for the puck. Valdez comes on the ice, replacing Springer. Saints trying to dig it out. They can't. Shot in, save. Puck goes back behind the net. Zuschel gets there first. Chips it forward. Battle back behind the net again. David tips it up, and then he grabs it. And then he pushes it down the ice. He hits Valdez. David's in front. It's David. David chips it in, save. They clear. Settled by Kinner. Kinner with nifty move. Kinner comes in clean. Kinner kicks it to himself. Kinner still has it. Felsey trying to put it in on net. Shot save. Puck goes over to the far boards. Valdez picks it up, shovels it down to Fells. Fells in the corner. Valdez goes to pick it up. Now Fells grabs it. Fells shot save. Nobody there for the rebound. Kinner stays on, keeps it in the zone. Kinner drives in. Kinner shields him. Kinner still has it. Kinner shot save. Puck still loose. Shot save. Cadu gets on it. Puck's in the corner. Puck comes out. Bennett holds it. Now the puck comes out. Puck comes back. Kinner goes to chase it down. Bennett goes back with him. Kinner plays it over to Bennett. Bennett gets stood up, but then gets control back. Plays it up to Cadu. Cadu hits Fells. Fells hits Wondolowski. Wondolowski splits the defense. Drives in. Shot goes high. Cadu holds it in at the blue line. Sends it back in toward the net. Puck comes around the net. Over into the corner. Wondolowski meets a player over there. Saints keep it in. Seller, long shot. Goes wide. Cadu picks it up on the near boards. Cadu sends it in on net. Fells shot. Save. 1:47 on the clock here in the first. Saints lead 2-0. Michelle, I'm getting a lot of Frank today. I hope that makes you happy. O'Neill plays it over. Shot in by Schellert, save. Shot in, goes right through the crease. Puck goes back behind the net. O'Neill goes to pick it up. Tries to play it over to Rattler. Puck comes out. Schellert to Springer. Springer to Rattler. Rattler shot goes just wide. Schellert comes up, holds it in, sends it back in deep. And then they clear it. Puck goes all the way down the ice for an icing. Faceoff will come all the way down just to the left of the Hitman goalie. Frank, you're good. I'm just paying over too far. Nothing you're doing wrong. It's me. Just let Michelle know I can see you a lot. Terry, any actions you see out of Dwayne, I'm sorry. Schellert shot in. Oh, deflected down just wide. Springer picks it up. Sends it over to Rattler. Rattler's got it. Gives it to Schellert. Schellert sends one in front. Puck's loose. Puck back behind the net. Springer can't find it in the skates. Rattler trying to find it. Hitman end up clearing. Saints pick it back up. Schellert sends it back in. Hitman grab it. Schellert holds. Schellert top of the circle. Plays it down to Rattler. Rattler gets a stick on it down to O'Neill. O'Neill backhands one, trying to get it back to Rattler. Battle on the boards for the puck. Rattler comes away with it. Rattler over to Hammond. Hammond shot. Save, no rebound. 18.1 on the clock. Paired first. Saints lead this one 2-0. And then he sends it up towards Hitman clear. Puck goes all the way down the ice. No icing. We only have 4 seconds left. There's the period. 1 period down. Saints lead 2-0 as we head to the second. Terry, if you're watching, you'd be happy I was muted between periods. It's coming out of your husband's mouth. Wouldn't say it's appropriate for YouTube viewing. All right, we're about ready to start the second. 15 minutes on the clock. We've got David Manini, Valdez, Zuschel, and Pitcher back out here for the Saints. Ref says everybody good. David takes the draw. Manini pushes it deep. Zuschel sends one in back behind the net. Valdez gets on the puck, bangs it off the boards to Pitcher. Pitcher fanned on one. And Manini picks it up, taps it up to Valdez. Valdez does a good job holding it in, sends it deep. David picks it up back behind the net, sends it back up toward Valdez. Puck comes back around the net again. Valdez pushes them into the corner. Manini comes over to assist. Manini got it out. Zuschel picks it up, sends one in back toward the net. Save. Valdez back behind the net, hustles over and grabs it, plays it back down to David. Now Manini picks it up. Manini behind the net. Manini trying to find somebody. He couldn't. David with a good hit. Pitcher grabs it. Hard shot. Save. David picks it up in the corner. David still has it. David off the boards. Back to Pitcher. Pitcher plays it back down. Valdez lets it go over to Manini. Manini puts one off the post. David settles. David sends it back down to Manini. Manini, good move, plays it over, and then the puck comes out of the zone. Pitcher overskates it. David comes back, grabs it, plays it back to Pitcher. Pitcher picks it up. Oh, Pitcher fanned on a clearing attempt, and then David taps it over to Manini. Manini to Valdez. Valdez to David. David to Zuschel. Zuschel shot, goal! David to Zuschel. Zuschel back to the net. Saints lead 3-0, 13:21 to go here in the third. There you go, Hank. Zuschel scores, makes it 3-0 Saints, 13:21 to go in the second. Saints control the faceoff. Wondolowski finds Fells. Fells sends it deep. Puck comes around the net. Wondolowski bumps him. Puck comes back around. Felsey over into the near corner. He goes to try and find it. Not the best viewing area from the camera angle. Bennett shot. Woo! Bennett to Cadu. Cadu to the back of the net. 4-0. Good play there. Good pass from Wyatt to Connor. Cadu scores. 13:01 left here in the second. Saints go up 4-0. Good puck movement there for the Saints. Wondolowski controls the face-off again. He drives in. Bobby into the corner. The Hitman clear. Kenner settles it. Kenner stays on it. Kenner sends it to the neutral zone. Felsey tips it forward. Cadu comes in. He gets a stick on it. Shot in. Save. No rebound. $12:33 to go here. Second period. Saints up 4-0. Both teams changing out five. We got Rottler, Springer, O'Neill, Schellert, and Hammond. Springer plays it over to Schellert. Schellert back to Hammond. Hammond, long shot, goal! 5-0 Saints. 12:24 to go here in a second. Good shot there by Hammond. O'Neill taps it back to Schellert. Schellert to Hammond. Hammond sends it up. Puck goes deep into the zone. Puck back behind the net. Comes up. O'Neill trying to hold it in. Battle over there. Puck into the neutral zone. Springer taps it over to Schellert. Brantley around the net. Sends it up to Springer. Springer taps it. Try to get it to Rottler. Hitman intercept it. Rottler gets a stick on it. Puck comes back to Diaz. Schellert grabs it back behind the net. That puck comes all the way out down the zone. Rottler keeping pressure on him. Springer tips it forward. Tips it forward again. Springer, puck hit a skate and bounced out of the zone. Good hit there by Hammond. Puck goes all the way down the ice. Should be icing. Refs don't call it. Schellert plays it over to Springer. Springer hits Rottler. Rottler pushes it down the ice. Rottler comes in clean. Rottler gets around him. Rottler lays it off to Springer. Springer shot deflected up and goes over the net. Rottler picks it up there, plays it off the boards to Schellert. Schellert cross ice over to Pitcher. Pitcher down low to Springer. Springer stops. Shot, save. Rottler rebound. Shot, save. 10:50 on the clock here in the second. Saints up 5-0. Line change coming. David Manini and Valdez join Pitcher and Zuschel, who are on defense. Face-off's going to come to the left of the Hitman goalie. David to take the draw. Said he wins it back to Zuschel. Zuschel finds Valdez. Valdez to pitcher. Pitcher shot in wide of the net. Manini shot. Goal. Pitcher banged it off the back of the board. Puck comes out in front. Manini bangs it into the back of the net. Saints lead 6-0. 10:40 to go here in a second. David wins it. Zuschel the pitcher. Pitcher hits Valdez. Valdez can't find it. Hitman turn it the other way. Good pressure there by Manini to get back. Hitman holds it in. Shot goes high over the net. They send it in off sides. 10:13 on the clock. Five new players coming on the ice for the Saints. Skinner and Bennett on defense. Kelsey, Wando, and Canoe forward. Puck goes out of play. To a face-off at the same dot. 10:07 to go here in the second. Saints up 6-0. Kinner settles it, gets it up to Canoe. Canoe drives it in to the zone. Canoe tries to center it. Puck goes off the back of the net. Hitman get on it. Two players run into each other. Kinner comes in, holds it. Kinner slams on the brakes, passes it down to Canoe. Shot goes wide. Bennett comes down. Bennett in the corner. He tries to get it over to Canoe. Hitman trying to clear. Felzy holds it in. Now the Hitman get it out. Hitman push it down the ice. Then they overskate it, and then they send it deep. Kinner goes and picks it up behind Diaz. Kinner brings it up the ice. Kinner finds Wondolowski, who comes in, and we're off sides. Neutral zone face-off coming. Line changer coming. 9:07 to go here in the second. 6-0 Saints. O'Neill brings it in, sends it to Springer. Springer drives in, backhand shot goal. 7-0 Saints. Springer finds the net. 8:54 on the clock. Back tomorrow, 1:10 my time. Probably 2:10 your time. Saints up 7-0. You're almost halfway through the second period. Schiller finds O'Neill, who finds Springer, who drives in past everyone. Shot save. O'Neill plays it back. Hammond, long shot, hard shot, wide in it. Springer picks it up, or Schiller picks it up, sends it down low. Comes back to Scheller. Scheller's shot gets deflected, goes to the corner. O'Neill tried to hit Scheller again. Hitman intercepted the pass. Hitman player tried to hit Scheller. Scheller knocked him to the ground. Rattler pushes it back into the zone. Rattler stays on it, hits O'Neill. O'Neill shot, goal. Eight nothing. The clock's running here in a second. Haven't seen that before. $7:43 and counting here in a second. Saints up 8-0. David wins the face-up back. Zuschel goes to chase it down. Zuschel picks it up, sends it over to pitcher. Pitcher up to Valdez. Valdez trying to get it to David. David chips it around the player. Puck comes back in. They're offside. Just let it go at that point. Neutral zone face-off coming. Times are running down. 8-0 Saints lead. David goes down to get it. Overskates it. Comes back, gets it. Valdez back down to David. Puck comes around the net. Valdez in the corner. He gets a stick on it. Plays it out to pitcher. Pitcher, long shot, glove down. Puck goes to the corner. Manini battling over there, trying to dig it out. Puck comes back. Zuschel has to play it. Zuschel to Manini. Manini gets it out just in front of David. David got a stick on it. He loses an edge and goes down. The hitmen are going to clear. Puck comes back to pitcher. Pitcher sends it. Puck misses the Minutemen player. Puck comes into the zone and they clear it back out into the neutral zone. Zuschel keeps him to the outside. Player loses an edge. Valdez hits it off the boards. Minutemen hold. Pitcher battling back behind the net. Valdez takes it away. Valdez sends it in deep. Or Zuschel sends it in deep. Valdez gets on the puck. Valdez has it behind the net. Valdez to Zuschel. Zuschel shot went wide of the net. Felzy picks it up on the far boards. He sends it back deep. Zuschel goes for a change. Cadu finds it. Cadu has it. Cadu backhands the one in front. Wando fanned on a onesie. Bobby picks it back up, skates through traffic, still has it, lays it off for Bennett. Bennett sends one down to Cadu. Cadu, Felzy missed a one-timer. Hitman trying to clear. The Saints keep it in. Felzy back behind the net, gets on the puck. Cadu over there with him. Cadu behind the net. Cadu off the boards, back to Bennett. Bennett sends it over to Kinner. Kinner dumps it back down to Fells. Fells couldn't get a stick on it. Now him and Wondolowski battling for the puck. Hitman can't clear. Kinner to Wondolowski. Felzy picks it up. Puck goes to the corner. Wondolowski grabs it. Wondolowski to Kinner. Kinner looks. Kinner drives in. Kinner's shot goes high over the net. Bennett holds it in at the blue line. Kinner holds it again. Kinner down to Cadu. Cadu shot, save. No rebound. Good pressure there from the Saints. 4:21 on the clock here in the second. Running clock. Thought it was 8-0, 7-0's the max goal differential. We're here in the second. Shellert settles over to Hammond. Hammond shot in, deflected, goes off the crossbar. O'Neill ties the player up back behind the net. Saints trying to dig it out. Rottler battles over. Shellert tries to tip it forward. Brantley ends up on it. Shot in, deflected down. Puck comes out. Hitman send it around the boards. Saints hold it in. Saints trying to find it in the boards. Hitman come up with it. Hitman bring it up into the neutral zone. Hitman drive in. Hitman players run into each other. Shellert picks it up. Saints can't clear. Now they do. Shellert grabs it. Shellert holds it. Shellert down low, centers it in front. Rottler shot save. Shellert picks it back up. Sends one over. Shot save. No rebound. O'Neill with a good shot on. Good save there by the goalie. 2:51 and counting here in the second. What up?
Sellert sends it deep. Valdez goes to get it for the Saints. Sends it around the net to Manini to David. Shot goes just wide. Hickman get back on it. Sellert couldn't hold the blue line. Brantley has it. Plays it over. Now Manini picks it up. Manini through traffic. David grabs it. David comes in. Hickman pick it up. Hickman up to center ice. Hickman bring it in. Sellert takes it away. Plays it up to Manini. Manini hits David. David plays it around him. David drives in. David shot, save. David picks it up on the boards. Loses it. Hickman the other way. Hickman lay it off. Zuschel put him in the boards. David sends it around the boards to Manini. Manini taps it down the ice. Hickman try and play it up. Valdez sends it deep. Puck goes in, back behind the net. Saints changing out the forward. Zuschel and pitcher stay out. Hickman miss it. Shot in front. Felsey goal. Cadu to Felsey. Felsey scores. I think it's 9-0. Running clock here in a second. 53 seconds to go and running. Zuschel the pitcher. Pitcher to Cadu. Cadu into the zone. Cadu lost it. Hickman sent it all the way down the ice for an icing. 20 seconds left on the running clock here in a second. Faceoff will come just to the right of the Hickman goalie. They have 8 goals on the board. Maybe that's right. I don't know. About to hit the end of the second. Saints head to the bench. 2 periods down, 1 to go. Third period ready to go. 15 minutes on the clock here in the third. Saints lead 8-0. Bucks down. Cadu picks it up for the Saints. Cadu off the boards. Out of Felsey's reach. Hickman get on it. Clear the zone. Puck comes back. Kenner settles over to Bennett.
Bennett's trying to find it in the skates. Fan on the backhand and pass. Hitman keep it in, and then Elsie comes over, takes it away. Saints can't clear. Hitman keep it in the zone. Elsie trying to pick it out. Puck comes out. Wondolowski tried to get on it. Players go down. Hitman sent it back in net toward Diaz. He covers it up and then plays it over to Bennett. Bennett picks it up. Running clock here in the third. Saints up 8-0. Felsley drives in. Felsley tried to go between the wickets. Couldn't find it. Then he plays it back to Cadu. Hitman get back on the puck. Wondolowski sends it around the boards. Scheller there up, overskates it. Puck comes out. Routler holds it and then loses it. Getting a little loose on the defensive side are the Saints, leading 8-0. 13:40 to go with a running clock. Routler trying to push it in. Scheller tips it, grabs it, plays it to Routler. Routler tried to find Springer, couldn't find him. Routler picks it back up. Sends it down low. O'Neill loses an edge. Puck comes around the net. Springer into the far corner. He picks it up, avoids a hit. Puck comes out to Scheller. Scheller hits Hammond. Hammond down low, tipped just wide of the net. 2 tips. Routler stays on it. Plays it to Springer. Springer in front. Shot on, save. Puck back behind the net. Hitmen are going to clear. Hammond and Scheller back for the Saints. That shot was blocked by Brantley. Hammond pushes them into the board. Scheller picks it up. Scheller couldn't get it out. Diaz saves, kicks it to the corner. Hammond grabs it there. Sends it around the net to Scheller. Saints battling for the puck in the boards. Good play there by Routler. Routler pushes it down the ice. Routler has it down low right in front to O'Neill, who tips it just wide. Springer holds it in. Springer. Now the puck comes around the net. They send it off the boards. Hammond settles it. Scheller grabs it. Scheller sends it to the other side. He hits Hammond. Hammond who finds O'Neill. O'Neill chips it around a player. Routler and Springer in on the charge. Puck comes out to the blue line into the neutral zone. Zuschel and pitcher back for the Saints. Puck comes into the zone, but pitcher's going to send it right back out. Saints are changing. Zuschel goes back, grabs it for the Saints, plays it over to pitcher. Pitcher hits Manini. Manini plays it up to David. David drives it in. David in front, shot and save. Manini picks it up. Manini plays it back over to David. David to Manini. Manini with a nifty move in front, shot, save, goal. Manini to Valdez. Valdez back in the net. Saints go up 9-0. 11-11 on the clock. Make a wish. Here in the third. Terry, if you could see what's going on here with Dwayne. Daddy D is singing Stacy's mom. He is all in it right now. All Saints just need to keep the Hitman from finding the board. Manini to David. David shot, save. Puck's out in front. Hitman trying to clear. Valdez does a good job holding it in. Hitman run into each other. David comes over, takes the puck away. Puck comes back to pitcher. Pitcher with a nifty move. Pitcher still has it. Pitcher drives. Pitcher still has it. Pitcher with another good move finds David. Shot off the post. I don't know how that didn't go in. Manini trying to keep it alive down low. Zuschel comes in, overskates it. Good job there by Valdez, keeping it in deep. Zuschel trying to keep pushing it in. He finds David. Shot. Save. Come on, Suddy. Find the net.
O'Neal tried to find, or I'm sorry, Manini tried to find David again. Valdez grabs it, plays it back down to David. David sends it around the net. Manini picks it up on the far board. Leaves it for Bennett. Bennett battling a player, and now he's sitting on it. And then finally clear. David looks at things, plays it back to Zuschel to set things back up. Zuschel to Valdez. Puck comes out, they bring it in, thought it was all sides, doesn't really matter. Valdez drives it in, beats a player, sends it just outside of Manini's reach, who settles the puck. Manini with a nifty move, keeps it, plays it back to Valdez. Valdez off the boards, plays it back down low. Now the puck comes back out. Pittman push it in deep. They hit Cadu. Cadu drives past them, got Wondolowski with him. Cadu finds Wondolowski. Wondolowski circles back up top. Bobby still battling, still on it. Bobby sends it cross ice. Shot, save. Felsley put one in on goal. Goalie makes the save. 8:13 on the clock here in the third. Running clock, 9-0. Saints lead. Miniman sent it down the ice. Ref says no icing. Kinner will probably get there before it reaches the goal line anyway. Kinner settles it for the Saints, sends it over to Bennett. Bennett gets it up to Cadu. Cadu tried to feed it to Fells. Now he finally gets it to Fells. Fells pushes it forward. Got Wondolowski with a good pass. Wondolowski tried to send it back over to Fells. Couldn't find him. Kinner settles it in the neutral zone. Waits. Sends a cross ice pass to Fells, who brings it back in. Fells with a good move and then loses it. Puck comes out of the zone. Hammond settles it for the Saints, sends it, finds Wondolowski, who finds Cadu. Battle at the blue line for the puck. Puck comes back. Schellert goes back to grab it for the Saints. Schellert brings it around. Diaz, he sends it up to Fells. Fells plays it up to Wondolowski. Wondolowski dumps it. Saints getting a change on forward. Cadu stays on to keep the puck in the zone. He's battling three different players. Puck comes back out of the zone. Puck comes out for an icing. 6:41 on the clock here in the third. Faceoff comes just to the right of the Hitman goalie. Saints lead this one 9-0. Rotler, O'Neal, Springer, Hammond, and Schellert out here for the Saints. Puck comes in on net off the faceoff. Goalie covers it up. Faceoff going in the same dot. Rotler pushes it back in the zone. Shot, save. Puck comes up the far board. Schellert holds, and there's a whistle. Oh, goalie lost his mask. The goalie put his helmet back on. Springer flips the puck up to the ref while the goalie's getting his helmet back on. 5:35 and counting here in the third. Saints leading 9-0. Rotler wins the faceoff back, but it splits Zuschel and Pritchard. We have to go all the way back to settle it. Good pass there, hits O'Neal. O'Neal drives in, drops it for Rotler. Rotler to O'Neal to Springer, shot, goal. Rotler to Springer to O'Neal to the goal. 10-0. 4:45 left here in the third.
Springer taps it up. O'Neill sends it in. Puck goes deep. Springer puts him into the boards. O'Neill comes over to support. Now Springer grabs the puck. Springer plays it back to pitcher. Pitcher fanned on it, gets it back, loses it. Puck back in. Pitcher skating like somebody that's angry. Drives past everybody, comes in, shot goes high. Centers one. Puck goes through the crease. Zuschel holds. Springer to Rattler. Rattler holds. Rattler fires one over to pitcher. Pitcher dumps it. Puck comes around the net. Comes back this way. Rattler picks it up again. Hitmen are going to clear. Springer drives it back into the zone. Saints getting a change. Springer's shot goes wide of the net. Manini picks it up down low. Manini tried to sauce it through to David. Couldn't get it to him. Hitman looked to clear. Kenner picks it up. Kenner settles it. Kenner hits David. David back into the zone. David loses an edge and goes down. Valdez. Now David plays it back down to Valdez. Back behind the net. Paulie hits it off the boards. Bennett picks it up at the blue line. Bennett shot in, deflected in, goal! Bennett gets the goal, deflected by a Hitman player. Goes in the net. 11-0, 2:30 and counting here in the third. Look at Cadu doing the and it stops before I get it zoomed in. That was a dance, though, by Cadu over there on the bench. David sends it deep. Puck coming around the net. David holds it in. Bennett grabs it, sends one over to the near boards. Manini hustles over. Puck. Kenner holds it in. Hitman trying to clear. Kenner holds it in again. Manini goes and picks it up in the corner. Manini hits Kenner. Kenner tried to hit the net. David picks it up. David still has it. Tries to tap it forward to Manini. Scheller holds it in. Plays it to Valdez. Valdez drives in. Shot save. David centered it. Nobody home. Sorry about the camera. Zoomed in on Coach Cadu, and bad things started happening on the camera work. David picks it up. David tried to center it to Cadu. Cadu picks it up. Puck comes around the net. Wondolowski grabs it there. David goes to the bench. Wondolowski still has it. Bobby plays it. Hammond, long shot wide of the net. Scheller holds, plays it back down to Cadu. Cadu has it. Cadu with a good move. Cadu loses it, gets it back, plays it over to Scheller. Scheller to Hammond. Hammond in toward the net. That one deflected up over the top. Cadu picks it up, sends it back toward Fells, who's trying to get it into the net. Puck comes into the neutral zone. 30 seconds on the clock here in the third. Shot glove down by Diaz, no rebound. 20 and counting here in the third.
I would believe it.
There's the game. Saints win this one. Shutout. 11-0. Outshot them about 109-3. We're back tomorrow. I forget what I told you, but I think it's 2:10 your time, 1:10 my time. I think tomorrow's game will be a little bit closer than the first two that we've played thus far. But appreciate you joining, and we will talk to you tomorrow.